Hello, welcome to All Things 100. This is the second full episode of the podcast. Thank you for joining me. This is Bonnie P, your host. Well, I just like to say thank you to everyone who has downloaded my podcast, friends and family. Thank you for the positive feedback. I went on buzzsprout and I opened up where y'all can send messages to me. Like I said in the intro, the 3-minute intro on my podcast, I want people to engage with me. I want to know your opinions. Right now I'm doing the podcast on my own, so it's just me talking. Like, and when I say me talking, it's just me giving how I feel, my experiences. So I opened up the Buzzsprout messages so y'all can send me messages back and forth. So like I said, that's cool with me. Send me something, send me your opinions. We can talk about them in the next episodes. I can't do these podcasts without y'all. So, continue to listen. And like I said, send your feedback, send your opinions, and we'll talk about them. So today, I want to talk about like the beginning stages of getting to know someone to even kind of see if you want to begin dating them. So I have three questions. Question number one: what do you look for when you feel like a male or a female is even worthy of your phone time? And why I start off with phone time is no matter how you meet somebody, you're going to have phone time with them. The only way you're probably not going to have phone time and it might turn into a date is if you meet somebody at a bar. You might go on and just get your drink, sit down, have your dinner with them, blase, blase. But for the most part, whether we meet somebody online, whether we meet somebody in the mall, grocery store, at the restaurant, at the bar, you're going to take your time to talk to them. You're going to take your time to get to know them most of the time. Sometimes what I've seen in the past, some of these guys be straight ready to like, listen, can I meet you at your house? No. The second question: what are red flags you look for when deciding if a person is worthy of a first date with you? And I hope people message me about their opinions on that because I am really, really interested in seeing what people's red flags are. Um, I have red flags, but they're not major red flags because I feel like everybody is not perfect. Third question: lastly, do you believe when you tell the person that you're trying to get to know or you're talking to what you are looking for in a relationship? Do you feel as if you're setting yourself up to get their representative? And what things have you changed from when you first began dating to now in your I don't want to say older age, but yeah, our older age. I get sad when I say that, but our older age. They say these are the best times of our lives, honey. But anyways, so first of all, what do you look for when you feel like a male or female is even worthy of your phone time? First of all, as y'all can see, I love to laugh. I love to trip out. Like sometimes I can make a joke and I don't even know it's a joke. I just be really telling how I feel. So I look for you to make me laugh. I look for, to see if you are respectful. What things do you say? Your how you communicate with me. I have cut a few guys off just in the talking stage, like on the phone, because you if you move funny, like, cause you can ask a guy, do you have a girlfriend? Do you live with a girl? Blase, blase. They'll say, no, 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 no. Okay, cool. But you moving funny. Like you act like you can't talk, you trying to hurry up and get off the phone, like something ain't right. So those are things that make me cut you off. I'm not about to do it. Like I'm not about to play with you on this phone. Like, if you don't have time to do that and get to know me, then there's no need of us going out to eat, and you're sure not coming over my house. So I guess that goes with red flags, because those are major red flags. So the next question: what are red flags you look for when deciding if a person is worthy of a first date with you? So, as we were saying, if you move funny, I'm good on you. So a red flag is, I'm trying to think of a time when somebody was kind of moving funny with the phone. I can't think of it right now. Well, a red flag to me, I've had a guy who didn't seem like he respected his mom or his sister. Apparently, he had been through some stuff. And when I say been through some stuff, his mom kind of favored his sister over him. And this guy ragged on his mama and his sister like they were somebody he didn't know. Like somebody that did, like his mom was somebody who didn't bring him into the world. I don't know everybody's story. I don't know what everybody went through, but the way that he was talking to me, and when I say talking to me, he talked to me kind of rough. And I know I can be a rough little female sometimes. And when I say rough, like I can kind of say whatever, like my mouth don't have no filter. But like I'm still a female, and I still need to be treated as such. And I am very feminine. When you get to know me and you see all this pink and all this stuff, you'll be like, oh, she really is a girly girl. Yeah. So the way that he was talking to me, it was kind of rough. I was like, this boy done been through something. But it was the first conversation. I was like, I'm gonna let it, I'm gonna see what happens, I'm gonna let him talk. So it got even rougher. Like he was like just disrespectful to women. Like I ain't never seen no man be so disrespectful. So one day I was telling him, I think he had texted me and I didn't respond quick enough. First of all, we hadn't been talking that long, so I don't know what he was getting an attitude for. Second of all, I didn't respond quick enough. And he started telling me that's why he don't want to talk. And I was like, okay, you don't have to talk to me. I mean, when I say this man cussed me out, this man cussed me out. And that was not the first or last time that's ever happened. I got some stories to tell y'all, because that is not the last time that happened. He cussed me out. But anyways, after he cussed me out, I let him know that's exactly why I'm not going to talk to you. And I stopped talking to him. But boy, I had to save them text messages, because when I tell you I had to go back in the archives and trip out, I had to go back in the archives and trip out, because I couldn't believe that somebody would cuss me out that bad because I simply did not answer his text message when he felt like I should. So that was definitely a red flag. I was like, oh no, he crazy. He the type, you'll be on Fatal Attraction and you will be the victim. And I'm not. I look at too much of it, and I will not be the victim of nobody's fatal attraction. Okay. So lastly, do you believe when you tell the person that you're talking to what you are looking for, do you believe you're setting yourself up to get their best representative? This is a great question, because me and my friends, we sometimes have conversations about this. Um, I am a very open person, as you can see. I'm very open. I like to talk. I like to talk when I know you. But I guess on this podcast, if people really, really start listening, I'm going to be talking to folks I don't know. But it's all right. That's what I'm born to do. So I love to talk. So I don't mind sharing my life with people. Like I'm an open book. Like I feel like that's how you should be. I feel like you should really let people know who you are, so they can't go and say this is how this person is. You can't tell me how I am, because I'm telling you how I am. Like nobody can tell you better who I am than me. So when I first started dating, I was an open book with talking to guys and getting to know them. I would let them know what I wanted out of a relationship, how I felt a man should treat me. It's not, it's more about how what you're telling them, how you're telling them to handle you. And when I say handle, how you're telling them to treat you, how you're telling them how to comfort you and love you and care for you. Not too much of just your business, but like telling them, oh, I want a man to protect, love, treat me like a lady, not cuss at me, not call me out my name. So I have told guys that before, started dating them. And next thing you know, they're doing some of the things. Well, they do what they're supposed to do at first. Again, they're sending their best representative of themselves. Then later on down the line, they started showing their butt. I have definitely had to cut guys off because of that. And again, like I said in the last podcast, I've had a lot of guys look at me and be like, oh, she's so nice. Oh, and I think the niceness fools them where they feel like they can run and trample all over me. But baby, I'm not that girl. I'll be nice, but as soon as you piss me off and I feel like you need to know, I'm going to tell you. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you feel like, oh, she not nice no more. Okay. And I won't be. As long as you're not treating me like as long as you treat me like dirt, I'm going to let you know what you're doing. And if you don't like it, you can move on. Like, I don't care. That means that in my mind, I didn't need you in the first place. I cut you off, or you got cut off, or you walked up out my life before I even had the memories of you. So that's cool with me. I always say, if a guy if a guy does something wrong and I tell him what he does wrong, because most of the time I'm gonna tell you in the correct way. I'm gonna let you know without cussing you out or going off on you. I'm gonna be very nice to you. But then if I get pushed back and all this lip like I'm doing something to you, or you feel like you just don't want to do right, then deuces, I'm gone. So I feel like as I've gotten older, I've stopped telling guys how to treat me. I don't want to tell them. I want them to show me who they really are. I want them to mess up before I have to, I guess, before I tell them how to treat me. I want them to go on and do what they got to do so I can go on and boot them out the door. That's the best medicine. Like, you got to go. So I think these three questions go hand in hand because they all deal with you getting to know somebody and you cutting it off before it even goes any further. I have had relationships where I don't think I really told them. Yeah, I have. My main relationships, my four main relationships, I have told the guys how I want to be treated. I've had one guy out of the four past serious relationships I had that actually treated me with respect all around. We had our issues, but he treated me with respect. And to this day, he still treats me with respect. He does not disrespect me. He is always kind. Um, the guy I'm dating now, he's very conscious of how to treat a woman. And that's what I really, 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 really love about him. He's conscious of how to treat me. He treats me gently. He does not fuss at me. I guess too, we getting older, so don't nobody really want to be doing all that fussing. But he don't fuss with me. He's gentle with me. He shows me that he cares about me. And that is like 100 in my book. I feel like as adults or as we have grown up, we have seen many different things like in our relationships, in growing relationships, and dating people. And I feel like we have learned what we want and what we don't want. Now, that being said, nobody on this earth is perfect. So if you find a perfect person, please direct me to them, because there's no perfect person. If they're not God or Jesus, they're not perfect. Like, there's no perfect person. I just feel like you should treat people how you want to be treated. And that goes with if you're trying to get into the dating scene or if you have a friendship, you should treat people how you want to be treated. Now, a major red flag. And many guys, and I say guys because I'm a female and that's what I deal with, guys. So, from a man's standpoint, there are females who do this too. Because from what I've heard, females can be as difficult as men. And I'm gonna put it like that, difficult. So many men, which this is a red flag, wanting to Netflix and chill. To me, that's a red flag. I don't really want you over my house. Like, I really don't want you over my house. Um, I feel like we should go out, we should date, but I feel like too, a lot of women, in my case, a lot of women have ruined that, because a lot of women they just want a free meal. And I mean, that's good and all. But it's people that are really out here trying to date for a purpose. So that kind of messes us up. So a lot of men don't want to take you out on a date. They want to really come over your house and just sit there in your face and play like y'all are on Netflix. Will play like y'all just going to look at movies. But they really literally are trying to Netflix and chill. And that's kind of a thing that I'm just like over. Like, I'm over that whole um culture of Netflix and chill. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I wish that people could I wish men could court you like our papas and our granddaddies and used to court our grandmas. Like, I wish they could. Um just talking to like my mom and talking to like, my grandmas and stuff. My grandpa, my daddy, they courted their females. They courted them. My mom was courted. My dad did not come at her wrong. He came at her like he really wanted her. He worked for her. So, and when I say worked for her, he did what he had to do to make him his wife. So, and also my grandpas, they did that. They made sure that my grandma, my mom made sure that they knew that they were number one. And that's why they got married. Now, on that, you can know somebody for years, years, and I've seen this. I've had conversations with my friends about this. You can know somebody for years, and this goes to that their best representative. You can know somebody for years, and after 20 years of marriage, they can walk in one day and be like, I don't even want to be with you. I've heard of that. And that's very scary, because they've been their best representative for 20 years, having you think that they are really going to be there for life. So those are some of the things that I wanted to, have in this episode of this podcast. I want to know your opinions. I want to hear how you feel. Like I said, I opened up Buzzsprout so you can send me messages, let me know your opinions. Again, the questions are: what do you look for when you feel like a male or a female is even worthy of your phone time? So before you start dating, just talking to them. Next, number 2, what are red flags you look for when deciding if a person is even worthy of a first date with you? So it goes hand in hand with, do you feel like when a person is worthy of your phone time? Like I said, it might be time to cut them off before you even get to that first date. The third question is, lastly, do you believe when you tell the person that you're trying to get to know, date, what you are looking for, are you setting yourself up for their best representative? Let me know what you think. Your opinions on my questions, your opinions on my podcast. Let me know. Again, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for giving me this time. I'm enjoying this. This is really like giving me something to do on the side. Again, thank y'all.